Ben came to me and was like, I heard there's a new Naked palette coming out. You should buy it and do a video on it. You don't have to tell me twice. Hey guys, it's Britt. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome for the first time. I'm going to be showing you the Urban Decay Naked Basics palette. I just got my hands on this. It came in the mail a few days ago and I haven't had a chance to really use it yet, and so I am going to be doing a makeup look. First impressions. The eyeshadow that you see on my face right now is from this palette. So if you want to see how I did this makeup and hear a little bit more about this palette, then keep watching. Okay, so I am starting out with just a base on my face, so foundation, all of that. I have eye primer on, and that's it. So let's just start by taking a peek here at this palette, which is just so nice. I'm not gonna lie, I have dabbled in it just a little bit. I haven't fully used anything. I've touched them, but I have not done a full look, so this is truly a first impressions. So let's start by swatching them. I'm really excited about this because I really, believe it or not, don't have any palettes with really good matte neutral brown shades. So that's really the main reason that I wanted to get this, because not just because it's a new Naked palette, which I really like Naked palettes, but also because it's actually one that I really think I will get my use out of. So let's go ahead and swatch some of these. I'm gonna try to do it on my arm like I've seen people do, you know, but here's my hot mess of swatches. I'm not very good at this. Okay, so pause. I'm gonna cut in here, and obviously I look different, my makeup's all done, because come to find out that the swatches on my arms are, one, impossible to film your own arm to show, and two, they just didn't look good. I don't know how people do that. So I'm just gonna do really quick, show you on my fingertips, just so you can see a close-up of the colors. So here we have Blow, Nude, and Commando, Tempted, Instinct, and Lethal, Pregame, Extra Bitter, and Faith. Can't wiggle that finger, there we go, Faith. And lastly, Lockout, Magnet, and Blackjack. I apologize that that was a hot mess. Okay, back to the video. That the bottom row is definitely more pigmented than the top row. I mean, they're all really nice and I like them. That's a really good review. They're nice and I like them. Yeah, I mean, this one shade in particular, I'm really excited to use because it's definitely the most pigmented of the group. And it's kind of intimidating because it's kind of like a burnt orange color, but I think it could be really pretty if I know how to do it. Let's just do this, and I'm just gonna chat along a bit as I go. So I think I'm going to go in with Commando on my lid. On that whole lid, you know? Oh, that was cute. Let's zoom you in a little. Let's apply. Like I said, I do already have primer on. Let's go in with, I'm gonna go in with Faith in the crease. Just an overall, whoa. A lot just came off on that. Just an overall crease color. That actually has a lot of kind of an orangey tone, undertone to it. I like it. So I went to film this video earlier this week. I sat down in front of the camera, all ready to go, had my foundation on, all of that, and I had this mammoth pimple on my forehead. Normally, I mean, honestly, between makeup, the light, and the camera, most of the time you really can't see what people's skin looks like. I have pimples a lot of the time and you can't really see them. This one was literally like a rhinoceros horn that was the size of Australia. I sat down, looked in the viewfinder, and was like, no, this is not gonna happen. I'm all about my skin is not perfect. Since then, my skin actually is worse than when I just sat down to film that day. But that one pimple was literally just so distracting. I was like, I can't do this. So here I am days later. That one's gone, but it's now worse everywhere else. But you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. It's real life, guys. I think I'm gonna deepen up the crease just a bit with this Lockout shade. I'm sorry for the sniffling I keep doing. I'm having allergies and it's really weird having allergies in like pretty much October. I'm wearing like the first scarf of the season today. Overcast out today and maybe like 60 degrees. I don't know, but we had like a week of literally 100-degree weather and then it's like all of a sudden fall. Okay, that color is really nice too. So I'm just gonna blend that even more into the crease. Ooh, I like these tones. They're nice little brown shades. Very nice. So yeah, so I thought it was appropriate like to film kind of this is like fallish shadows in a fallish day and a fallish, oh my gosh, seriously, Britt? Hot pink bra strap. I apologize for that. Fallish scarf, fallish color shirt, fallish weather, fallish fall. Yeah, okay. Anyways, I'm now going to go in with that same pencil brush because I never change my brushes and get a little bit of that extra bitter color. Which, by the way, let's talk about the brush this comes with really quick. So I actually did use this. It comes with, I'm being so like old school YouTube right now. I'm not even really gonna do cutaways. This little flat shader kind of, what is this called? Brush. I used this actually in that black shadow. Blackjack to be exact. I used that in that and just like smudged it on my lash line, and it actually works really well for like smudging your lash line. And I don't have a brush like this. This side now, I'm not entirely sure like what you'd use this for. Like it's too big to be like a shader brush. I guess you could do it as like that color brush. I don't know. I really like this side though, so that's cool. I'm taking just a little bit. Oh my God, and that was not just a little bit. I barely touched it, and look at that. Like so much product, I barely touched that. I'm gonna go back in with that first crease color I did, Faith, just to blend those two, you know, together a little bit better. Do you guys like these kind of like chit-chatty, makeup-y videos, or would you like me to just shut up and like do a voiceover, or just like not have any voice at all, like my Get Ready With Me last weekend? You let me know. I'm gonna go in on my flat shader with just a little bit of the first color Blow. That was a little lighter than I wanted that to be. I changed my mind. I'm gonna go in, I'm just gonna go back in with Commando that I started with on the lid. I used this just now on the lid and it's a little too bright, so I think I'm gonna focus this in the inner corner and go back in with Commando on the lid. I'm just completely covering my face with the mirror. I'm going to go in with Pregame to do my brow bone area. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put that purple on my lower lash line because let's frickin' fall it out, you guys. And then I'll still do black winged liner on top because hello, my name is Brittany and I'm addicted to winged liner. I like feel like I can't wear eyeshadow without winged liner. I just don't think it looks good unless I have winged liner on with it. I don't know. I'm gonna go in and like purple out. Oh, that's so pretty. That purple shade Lethal is really pretty. Also, I like this palette because believe it or not, I did not have a matte black eyeshadow, which like sometimes you just want that, like I said, to smudge in my lash line. I actually didn't wear black liquid liner the other night. I just smudged some black into my lash line and a little bit of that gray and I was good to go. Okay, somehow I brought this up, kind of winged it in. Yeah, no, we're just experimenting. We're just having fun. What color? I haven't used Tempted yet. I'm literally using like almost every color. I'm gonna go in the center lash line with this Tempted, which is, come on, focus, which is kind of purple-ish toned, but also kind of brownish toned. In the center of that lower lid to blend out the edges of that darker purple. Literally, you guys, anything I've learned about makeup, like if I'm like, is from YouTube. I say these words and things like I've learned them from YouTube. So if you're a makeup artist and you're like, girl, you don't know what the frick you're talking about, I agree with you. Now I'm just taking below that lightest highlighty shade and just blending that through the bottom. I always feel like my eyeshadow literally looks so weird until I finish the look off with like mascara and liner. But I like that. Okay, so I'm going to finish my makeup, put on my everything else, and then I will come back to you to really see how the eyeshadow looks all together. Be right back. Okay, so the rest of my makeup is done, and overall, I really love the way my eyeshadow turned out with the rest of my makeup. I think that it looks good. I'll zoom you guys in a sec to see, but let's just talk more about the palette really quick. First heard about this palette coming out because Ben came to me and was like, I heard there's a new Naked palette coming out. You should buy it and do a video on it. You don't have to tell me twice. I mean, seriously, coolest husband award ever. I think he saw it on Twitter, and the fact that he knows me well enough to be like, there's a new Naked palette coming out, you're gonna want that? Like, yeah, okay. Okay, I think I'll buy it. And so I did. I love the packaging, first of all. It is so pretty. I like that they changed it from like their normal, like the long Naked palettes, and it's kind of just, I don't know, I just like the shape. It's nice. I'll give you guys another close-up look. There's definitely a really great range of neutral colors. They're super, super pigmented, but like what else would you expect from Urban Decay? Their eyeshadows are generally amazing. In person, these three shadows look very similar. On camera, they're coming up actually quite different, but the only thing I think that I would wish was different was I think that I'd prefer one of those shadows to just be something a little bit different about them. The Tempted color, I wish it was maybe a little bit darker. When I was doing my makeup, I didn't even touch that shade. You know, maybe instead, because these two shades are pretty similar, like maybe instead of one of these, doing a brown shade but even a little bit darker, like an espresso brown. That would have been nice. But still, overall, like I really, really am happy with purchasing this palette because like I said before, I didn't have a palette that had just like neutral matte brown shades, which I feel like everyone needs, and I didn't have one. And there's been so many times where I've like wished that I had that. I definitely think that if you are beginning into makeup, or maybe like you're like me and you just didn't have these kind of shades, that this is definitely a good purchase. If you're someone who has a ton of makeup palettes and like this really is a basic palette, so if you're someone that has a ton of basic palettes, yeah, there's nothing like spectacular, like spectacularly, there's no real like really unique shades in this palette. I mean, the Extra Bitter is a pretty cool shade. Like I definitely have nothing like that. And I think my favorite color of the entire palette is this one, which I forget what it's called. Lethal. Yeah. Like this one's pretty unique. This one's just really pretty. If you're starting out or you're looking for something basic, I highly recommend it. I am very happy with that. And I think that my makeup turned out good. So let's zoom you in so you can see the eyes a little bit better. Ooh, that's out. Let's go in. Okay, now that I've probably slowed it down and made it all, you know, weird, that's done. So that's pretty much it. Again, just to summarize, really like the palette. I'm very happy with it. I will definitely be using it. If you like makeup style videos, be sure to check out my playlist. That is like I think it's titled like Makeup and Beauty, where I have all of my makeup and beauty related videos there. I feel like I've done a lot of makeup videos lately, and I probably won't be doing another one for quite a while, because coming up next week, I'm going to be starting a Halloween series because it's almost Halloween, which blows my mind. So make sure that you subscribe so that you see when those videos come out. I upload every week on Sunday, and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and comment down below and tell me if you have this palette or if you're thinking of buying it or what your favorite palette is. Just yeah, let me know. If there's any videos you guys would like to see, then you can also tell me that. And otherwise, I will see you guys next week with my first Halloween video. Bye. I am going to be showing you the Urban Decay Naked Base. What is this called? Okay. I just realized, how am I going to film the swatches on my arms without it being completely weird and awkward? Like, well, okay. Let's do it. Definitely, okay. Here we go with the nose itching again. Are you kidding me? So itchy. What does baking mean?
Baking means, like, girl, that girl's been baking. That girl's been baking! But no, we're not baking pies today, kids. We're making faces!